Welcome to UEOM Internet Church, formerly OUIC. Founder Christina, Universe Citizen. September 5th, 2024. Episode 2. As our synergetically informed 21st century humanity anywhere in the world perpetually intends manifesting unity while forming a more perfect union, cosmically, this would be integral to TUCP, the Universal Communications Process, as consciously evolving, accurately informed observers understand that systems alter other systems. Then the observer's consciously ponderable referential analysis naturally is a metaphysical-physical universe, U equal MP Synergetics 162, respecting the minimum structural system, eternal pattern integrity in considerations, and reconsideration of the ponderable physical energy scenario universe that embraces the complementarity and relativity, which cannot be said of the world's education institutions, whose authorities emanate from and perpetuate the PRJWBCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, belief complexes, hierarchical matrix. The universe is a scenario. Synergetics 321.04 and .05. The finite, non-unitarily conceptual aggregate of only partially overlapping experiences communicated between generations of humans is finite scenario universe. Humans are dealing with a scenario within which our individual synergetic mind discovers episodic special case time-size systemic aberrations when we start with the whole, WHOLE, not the part. Holistically, it is what our individual synergetic minds, conceptual reasoning systemic thought, tunes in, subsequent to learning that the aberrations can be referenced to the cosmic hierarchy's primitive and symmetrical geometries. It is through the prime system geometries within the spheric volumetric domains of closest packed uniradius spheres that are uniquely potentially tunable isotropic vector matrices of physical energy by anyone, anywhere in universe. Synergetics 426.21. Reliably, systemic thoughts, cogitations can focus on the conceptual modular energy actively and passively pulsating in respect to equilibrium, never stopping, and to which metaphysical intellect associates the conceptuality of the vector equilibrium zero pulsation that R. Buckminster Fuller informs us is the closest approach humans will ever know to eternity and God, which I have taken the liberty of more accurately naming Universe Eternal Omniscient Mind, UEOM. It is not difficult to differentiate the world from scenario universe, but it may be impossible to determine the world's minimum structural system within millenniums of many partially overlapping generations of emulations from the earlier prototype throughout variously located rising and falling, living and dying civilizations, as the human species nonetheless survived the extinction of those least economic, least energetic ways a system can behave proved to be its downfall. Therefore, the first subdivision of the universe is self-regenerating pattern integrity, which is the minimum structural system, a tetrahedron, must be natural to the healthy human brain mind, thought, language, coordination, since the conceptuality derives from the eternal regenerating patterning integrity in generalized principle, a discovery of nature's coordinate system by Arbuckminster Fuller in the 20th century. Awareness of the tetrahedron provides metaphysical intellect, synergetic minds, anticipatory design science, a basic conceptual unit as an integral system's interrelating compatibility between self and otherness, which is the minimum structural system environment that includes coexisting alliances in support of universal integrity and species survival. Synergetic minds interrelating awareness, thus, is in a direct contrast to the disassociating, enmity-making, illogically developing, disconnecting, overwhelming, denigrating governmental practices whenever such controlling authority promotes disuniting PRJW educated ignorance that relies on the obsolete prototype while invalidating curiosity of the integral degrees of freedom. This is accomplished by suppressing potential awareness of the essential geometries and topologies of universes, tetrahedron, octahedron, vector equilibrium, that in truth is the conceptuality of its tetrahedron's positive and negative degrees of motion freedoms. And in that habitually inert, suppressive communication process, humans can effectively invalidate the very design of our intelligent species and generalized principle, which otherwise correlates naturally discoverable, dynamic, coexisting self-other synergetically informed awareness. Such governmental controls regressively revert to the reactionary aspects of the reenacting PRJWBCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, belief complexes, hierarchical matrix, which historically engender the reenacting slave mentality as a supposedly bona fide, powerful, self-permitted inducement by the monetary wealth that buys what its cultivated mindsets deem as types of rewards and punishments, while assuming the yet unacknowledged false premises cannot be eliminated because of supply and demand, which may have perpetrated the self-deluding cases before universe's minimum structural system's eternal self-regenerating pattern and integrity was discovered in the 20th century. Cosmic logically, all those factors, the P for politics, the R for religion, the J for justice, and the W for war, cannot be considered relevant in any omni-irrational governing system. Primarily because the 6 positive and 6 negative degrees of freedom are integrals of the tetrahedron in UIVMOFCH, universe, isotropic vector matrix, operational field, cosmic hierarchy, which clearly do not require politics, religion, justice, and war, PRJW, for the consciously coordinated omni-rational systemic intention to alter other systems. This word alter, as it momentarily stands out for closer scrutiny in a potential correlation with anticipatory discoveries, since intertransforming always involves individual imaginations, inherent ability to formulate conceptually, with anticipatory intentions referential to the concept God as egotism's ultimate irrational power for manipulatively controlling PRJW contemporary events. Whether personalized God is manifest in the victorious ego's otherness permitting physical success, While self-assuming increasingly more physical empowerment, the emulative entity nonetheless requires the PRJW factors to satisfy the relatively superficial experience as a potentially definable and describable egotistic conceiver who relies on adaptations to the manifest forms tracing back to the womb of permitted ignorance to satisfy the ego's wished-for monopolizer. Imaginably indescribable UEOM, Universe Eternal Omniscient Mind, designs gravity as a circumferential omni-embracing force. Love has all the characteristics of gravity, which is so closely related to radiation reaching its highest velocity when it turns into gravity. This could explain the irreparable instance when love can turn to hate in a potential truth-telling scale when acted out as a destructive force that is perpetrated by emulative enmity-making, disuniting self-interests. Synergetic minds' metaphysical generalized conceptioning fields of thought naturally integrate awareness of Synergetics 251.05 to consciously correlate learning of the 6-to-1 gravitational advantage over the centrally radiational with synergetic awareness of gravity's spherically circumferential constant advantage ratio of 12-to-1 over the radial mass attraction that is imaginably closer to knowing UEOM correlatively with the 6 positive and 6 negative degrees of freedom, integral to awareness of the tetrahedron, octahedron, vector equilibrium, and ultimately the rhombic dodecahedron. If there ever was a heart of hearts, it's the rhombic dodecahedron's domain of closest packed spheres. The control point is the middle of its diamond face for the sphere's radius, knowable also as the unity vector. It makes you kind of wonder where the subconscious relevance is, persistently unknown, as to why all those precious diamonds and other mind crystals that are inserted into love tokens as jewelry lovers give and receive with an idealization expectation. Vector equilibrium is the tetrahedron's empty set. Awareness of these prime systems correlates with consciousness evolution's metaphysical generalized conceptioning fields of thought that experimentally initiate and reinitiate rudimentary awareness of UIVMOFCH, Universe Isotropic Vector Matrix Operational Field Cosmic Hierarchy, as the replacement matrix, which may also correlate with awareness of the 21st century generation's womb of total human consciousness, all of which is anticipatory design science systems thinking, engaging synergetic mind systemic thought, while imagining adjusting the a priori thought to a total reality of universal principles. Literally and conceptually, metaphysical intellect is entering the omni-rational future as R. Buckminster Fuller synergetics inspirations correlatively with formulating a more perfect union when consciously cognizant of universe's self-regenerating energy, interrelating the conceptual tetrahedron, octahedron, vector equilibrium, validating the ponderable physical energy universe that embrace both complementarity and relativity, albeit as a novitiate barely tuned in brain-mind to this awe-inspiring potential. It coincides with a reminder that by integrating geometry and philosophy, R. Buckminster Fuller discovered a single conceptual system, It provides a common language and accounting for both the metaphysical and the physical, described in Synergetics 251.50, Discoveries of Synergetics Inventory. This is the long-sought time-energy cosmic accounting system and maximum efficiency alternative technologies that R. Buckminster Fuller writes about as exclusively employed by Scenario Universe. It is spoken of by our accurately informed intelligent species as nature, and can be instituted in all human affairs, integratively operated by world-round satellite interlinked computers. Logically, our individual human healthy brain's circuitry design is the most directly tuned in computer, working with the synergetic mind that eventually cognizes and recognizes the cosmic accounting that assumes omni-validity. Until next time, thank you from Christina, Universe Citizen.